Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created the whole world. This worldly system was running smoothly even before the creation of Adam alayhi salatu wasalam. The heavens and heavenly bodies were there. They were functioning properly. The animals were there. They were doing what they were doing, as they are doing it now. The clouds were raining as well. The winds were blowing. The earth, it was sprouting out the vegetation. The birds were performing their own duties. And that is called al-nizam al-takwini, or natural physical system established by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And this natural and physical system, it has established the rule and laws. These laws are called the laws of physics. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He has established those laws. We cannot change it. Like as the law of the physical system is that early in the morning the sun will rise from the east. It will be floating the whole day into its orbit. And in the evening it will set down. Same in the case of moon, stars and planets. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, "La shamsu yanbaghi laha an tudrika al-qamara wa al-laylu sabiqu an-nahar." Neither the shams mean the sun can overtake the moon, nor the night can overtake the day. And Allah says, all of them, they are floating in the same orbit. Have you ever heard of any accident of sun and moon? Star and star? Night and day? Say, yes or no? No. Why? Because these laws and rules are established by Allah, the sole creator of the entire universe. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, إِنَّ رَبَّكُمُ اللَّهُ الَّذِي خَلَقَ السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضَ فِي سِتَّةِ أَيَّامٍ ثُمَّ اسْتَوَى عَلَى الْعَرْشِ يُغْشِي اللَّيْلَ النَّهَارَ يَطْلُبُهُ حَثِيثًا أَلَا لَهُ الْخَلْقُ وَالْأَمْرُ تَبَارَكَ اللَّهُ رَبُّ الْعَالَمِينَ. Yet Allah is great entity. Allah is great Zat. خلق السماوات والأرض في ستة أيام. Who created the heavens and the earth in 6 ayyam. Ayyam is the plural of yawm. Apparently, obviously, when we hear the word yawm in Arabic language, so we say day. This is not the literal meaning of yawm. The literal meaning of yawm is an event, a happening, a period of time. So the ayah meaning that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created the worldly system in 6 stages, or in 3 stages consist of 6 periods. And nowadays, the physicists, they are talking about that this worldly system that was through 6 stages. Now, how much was the time of every stage? That is known to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Sometimes they say 6 billion years. Now they say no more than that. Why? Because now they have sent the James Webb telescope to the space. It disclosed thousands of galaxies like that are our galaxy. Where we are living, there is only one galaxy we see. But there are thousands of galaxies beyond that. And they say beyond that there are so many. The James Webb telescope cannot approach those galaxies. وَمَا يَعْلَمُ جُنُودَ رَبِّكَ إِلَّا هُوَ. The creatures of Allah are not known but only to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And that's why we are living in a world, sometime back when we were kids in school. So at that time, in a big city, there was only one MD. We used to call him MBBS. Here they call him MD. Back home we used to call it MBBS. Bachelor of Medicine and Bachelor of Surgery. Yes, and one doctor. He was making a joke that MBBS, take it in a light mode, we are not taking it to court of law. That you are insulting a special profession. I'm not. So he himself was a doctor and he said that Mia Bini Bachon Sadeh. So anyhow, there was only one MBBS. He was checking a man from head to toe. For bones, we used to go to him. For flesh, we used to go to him. For most problems, we used to approach him. For eyes, we were going to him. And then specialization started. So from head to toe, they divided the human body in hundreds of portions. That this is ENT specialist. And this one is neurosurgeon. And this one is heart specialist. And this is orthopedic surgeon. Even though specialty came there in a specific but very limited portion. So we say that it developed knowledge yet to some extent. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, وَمَا أُوتِيتُم مِّنَ الْعِلْمِ إِلَّا قَلِيلًا. Whatever you may achieve and avail as far as knowledge and expertise is concerned, still there is very little. وَمَا أُوتِيتُم مِّنَ الْعِلْمِ إِلَّا قَلِيلًا. Even though in Urdu we say, हम मुंचों को ताव देते हैं कि बहुत कमाल कर दिया आपने. Allah Kareem फरमाते हैं, وَمَا أُوتِيتُم مِّنَ الْعِلْمِ إِلَّا قَلِيلًا. That you have been given regarding knowledge only a little bit. My dear respected brothers and sisters in Islam, now let's come to the point that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He established this world system, and He says, يُغْشِ اللَّيْلَ النَّهَارَ يَطْلُبُهُ حَثِيثًا. That He is the one who is storing the day with the darkness of night. Now covering the day with the darkness of night. So what the astronomer says, now we are at night time. So they went out somewhere from the whole world, or still they exist somewhere. Say it.
Still exists. Still.
Then we are in night time. The day which is past, they went out of this world somewhere, or still they exist somewhere. They exist somewhere. So it means that day and night are not going anywhere. Sun and moon, they are not going anywhere. But here they disappear, somewhere they appear. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, He is covering the day with the darkness of night. And then Allah says, يَطْلُبُهُ حَقِيقًا حَتَّى يَحُطُّ حَقًّا. In Arabic language, that's the meaning of Seerah. They are following one another very swiftly. Swift in a sense. Have you ever felt or sensed any interval or pause in between day and night? a nanosecond pause will happen, the world will disappear. There is such an established system, and laws of physics are to such an extent they are established. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in Holy Quran, فِطْرَةَ اللَّهِ الَّتِي فَطَرَ النَّاسَ عَلَيْهَا جَمِيعًا لَا تَبْدِيلَ لِخَلْقِ اللَّهِ. Now, actually we are living in an advanced world. We are in an advanced world. And that's why we left our countries and we came here to America. Because this country is furthermore advanced. Yes, none of us has come here to serve the cause of Allah, of the deen of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Is there anyone? We can raise his hand. All of us, we came here for others. That's not something prohibited or forbidden. But I am talking about the facts and the realities. I am talking about the facts and the realities. He is from my village. Yes. Back home, he has a lot. But he was looking for furthermore dollars and furthermore wealth. And he did not blame me for that. Because I didn't come here for dollars. But for I came, fortunately or unfortunately, my wife was an American. Yes? Got it? You are listening to me or not? Yes? So as you know, that either you will say bye-bye to your wife or you have to. Yes? Got it? Let me tell you, not a joke, a real story from the time of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. That is up to you. Sisters, please, you are in masjid. Sisters, please, you are in masjid. You are here for sawab and reward, not for earning any azab or any guna. And especially when a talk is going on in the light of Quran and Sunnah and you are making noise. So that is not looking good. So you are humbly requested. I am unknown to you and you are unknown to me. I don't know your family even. But the brother here, I think that he was feeling some fear, that's why he was not saying it. And he told me that you should say it. So my dear, yes, everybody is afraid of woman. Yes, that's superpower. So anyhow, my dear respected brothers and sisters in Islam, you are not unhappy with my talk? Say loudly. If you are not happy, so I will make dua and say, huh? You are happy. So anyhow, I was referring that there is a real story since the time of Rasulullah and the time of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Almost all muhaddithin narrated this hadith, and the first portion of that hadith is almost known to every single Muslim who has learned the text. Innamal a'malu binniyat. We quote this hadith. Innamal a'malu binniyat. Even though hadith is very lengthy, but that one sentence we are quoting. A common layman is quoting there. إنما الأعمال بالنيات وإنما لامرئ ما نوى فمن كانت هجرته إلى الله ورسوله فهجرته إلى الله ورسوله أو إلى دنيا يصيبها أو امرأة يتزوجها فهجرته إلى ما هاجر إليه رواه مسلم أو كما قال عليه الصلاة والسلام. This is the lengthy hadith. It was actually a sermon of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. What these hadiths are? The sermons of the Prophet. The speech of the Prophet, the wording of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. My dear respected brothers and sisters in Islam. So Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam says, "Innamal a'malu binniyat." Now this sentence, I have written a book. On this one sentence, I have written almost 35 pages. That what this sentence means. Innamal a'malu binniyat. And in how many places Imam Bukhari has narrated this hadith. So he has narrated and quoted this hadith in his Sahih in 7 places, different chapters. And he started his Sahih al-Bukhari with this hadith. وَبِي قَالَ حَدَّثَنَا الْقُمَيْلِ قَالَ حَدَّثَنَا فُلَانٌ. Quran should be considered correct and right, or that is null and void. For example, somebody, he was walking in heavy rain. We in California very rarely we see rain. Yes, and here very and the heavy rain was falling. You are wet from head to toe. Wet from head to toe. The water is thrown on your entire body. Can you say that your body is clear now, your wudu is automatically done and you can pray a prayer with it? You cannot answer this question. Got it? So Imam Shafi, Imam Malik and Imam Ahmad ibn Hanbal, rahimahumullah, they said they based upon this hadith in Nabawi ibn Niyah, with this wash, you didn't intend the wudu. So even though you got a shower accidentally, but still you cannot pray a prayer because there was no intention of it. But then they said that if the rain started heavy, you were without wudu, but you were walking in rain and you made the intention of wudu. Now wudu is automatically done. So now you can pray because the intention came. But Imam Abu Hanifa rahmatullahi alayhi says that for wudu intention is not must. That is recommended. Why? Because there is a physical action. That's what? That is a physical action. And physical action has its result and after effects automatically without intention. Got it? If you drink water without the intention of quenching your thirst, and you drink the full jug, but never made an intention that I am quenching my thirst, so you have not made any intention, but you drink the water, the thirst is not gone. So it means that niyyah has nothing to do with something which is physical. And said in the case of wudu, according to Imam Abu Hanifa, rahmatullahi alayhi. Now the other thing is that we are the intention strains now. What do you think if we will speak until 10 o'clock? You are ready to sit up? Oh, this is not good. These students of mine who came with me all the way there, they are mostly born here. Most of them, they are born here. They are educated here. But until midnight, we are sitting there and they never said that dinner is enough. Yes, we are saturated now. But I think you people are too saturated. So that's why you cannot stay for more than 1 hour or so. So anyhow, my dear respected brothers and sisters in Islam, take my word in light mode. Don't be unhappy. Because I don't have any other relation with you people. The only relation of me and you is La ilaha illallah. Say Muhammad Rasulullah. And I think that this friendship and relation, they is stronger than any other relation. And that's why, if a white Muslim will come here, or a grey Muslim will come here, a grey or brown Muslim will come here, so we turn our face from him that he is not from our complexion, from our taste, from our color, or if he is a new one, so we welcome him from our. Why? What is my relation with the person? La ilaha illallah, Muhammadur, and that is the beauty of Islam. Today, in Philadelphia, in Madrasa, in my speech I said that I went to San Diego. His friends of mine, they were with me. So we went to San Diego, they are our friends. They had been in a rented place as a musalla, but they were looking for some permanent building as you have one. So they got a building that's a double-story building. Double-story building. But the double-story building had 4 churches. This one is Korean church. This one is African church. This one is white church. And this one is such and such church. Different sects. Because they are not going to the churches of one another. You know what I'm saying? But is there any concept of in Islam that this one did belong to white Muslims so that they cannot come? Or this one belong to African Muslims so that non-African cannot come? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, Ya Ilmul Kalam, Inna khalaqnakum min dhakarin wa unsa, wa ja'alnakum shu'uban wa qaba'ila lita'arafu, inna akramakum 'inda Allahi atqakum. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, Ya ayyuhan nas, O mankind. Blake is a man or he is not? Say, I'm asking you, let me tell you a joke. And that is, that when I ask you, you want to eat? So if you are hungry, so you will say yes. And if you are not, so then you will say no. Got it? Let me take it a little bit further. I was somewhere in our area. He knows Sawabi is a big town. So in Sawabi, in connection to Ilmul Kalam, I was there sometime back in our area, especially Pashto culture. They was looking very bad, but there was culture that is not deep. So in our culture, it was very bad for a girl to say very rapidly that yes, I have accepted. It was taking time. The mullah used to sit here. Yes, and the wakil or an agent, he was sent to the girl to ask her in presence of two witnesses that have you given yourself by way of Islamic nikah with the bridal money of such and such rupees in the presence of these two Muslim witnesses to Mr. So and so, son of Mr. So and so. So now at that time the old ladies, they used to sit around that girl and preaching her and telling her, don't say this is lecture me. That's what this is the so it was taking some time, he knows that. Sometimes it was taking 30-40 minutes. Mullah is sitting, people are sitting, waiting for them, yes. So I was in a car, it took 30 minutes almost. Now when the girl said yes, now the boy was sitting here and he had his own friend around him. And they have strengthened him that if you will take less time than your bride, we will throw you there in the pot. Or in the water channel, in that old bed. Yes? So now when I was asking him, that have you accepted Mr. So and so, the doctor Mr. So and so with the bridal money of those many rupees in the presence of these Muslim witnesses by way of Islamic nikah? So he was saying, not saying yes or no. So when it took 10 minutes, so I gave his shot, this other, and I said, look, at that time of lunch and dinner, I will ask you, you want to eat? So what you will say? So he said, if I need food, so I will say yes. And if I don't? So then I will say, no. So I said, this is the same like question. When I ask you, have you accepted? So if you need it, so say yes. If you don't, so say no. Because your younger brother, he already asked me that if he is not ready, so I will it. So he said, yes, I accepted. So in the same way, I ask you when you said no, I will repeat it. Because I am not here asking you for food. I came here for the sake of Allah. And you are sitting here for the sake of Allah to please me. For the sake of Allah. You are here to please Allah. Yes. So pleasing Allah, you don't understand what I am saying. So it does not bother me if you say no, so I will repeat it. So my dear respected brother, this telephone, I am the only one in America, I don't have it. I don't have it. And I said a few times that this telephone is necessary, but I think it's superseded sector. Because all the bad things of the whole world are in this telephone. This is another thing that we cannot control technology. Can you control? We cannot, but we should use it as a prudent person. Also, we must keep an eye on our kids. Otherwise, you don't know. This telephone destroyed many respectable families. Yes or not? Destroyed their honor and their dignity and their respect. Is it so or not? Yes. Yeah. Why? Because we say that human by nature is social. Where is sociology? Where is sociology? There is no sociology between father and son, mother and daughter. Mother is busy with her telephone and daughter is busy with her telephone. The father is using this telephone and the son is using this. There is any sociology. How they will socialize with other start socializing inside the whole family. So my dear respected brothers and sisters in Islam, إِنَّمَا الْأَعْمَالُ بِالنِّيَّاتِ وَإِنَّمَا لِامْرِئٍ مَا نَوَىٰ. So Imam Shafi, Imam Malik, and Imam Ahmad ibn Hanbal, they are our Imams as well. Yes or no? And Imam Abu Hanifa, of course, he is our Imam. All of them, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless all of them. And the whole Ummah are obliged to these Imams. Otherwise, we don't know how to explain Quran or how to explain Hadith of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Yes, people, they are making claims. Oh, this is Hadith. This Hadith is Sahih. This Hadith is Sahih. People are jumping like this because he has studied one book or two books or three books or whatever. If somebody can memorize all the books of medicine, as long as he has not gone through the proper procedure of becoming an MD and MBBS, you will consider him as a doctor? No. Say? No. You will ask him for a prescription? You will lay down on stage in front of him to cut your belly and to do a surgery? No. If you will do in front of such a guy, so we have to take you to St. Royal. But I don't know why we are not that much careful about our deen. Because deen does not have that much value in our eyes. For example, our prayer, the way we pray, one of my sons, he was very strict. He was sitting in masjid, and that masjid is in our village, in our town, we call it bazaar masjid. There is a bazaar. So the people are coming and praying, coming to bazaar and praying, and Jama'ah is done. But people are coming, Allah, Allah. So he lost his temper. He said that Allah is Allah. For sure he is Kareem. For sure he is Kareem. He will accept these prayers also. Otherwise I will not purchase all these prayers for one penny. Because we think this is a burden. Or this is a duty, just get rid of this as soon as possible. If you are not performing your ibadah, you are fully in love with Allah, so there is no need of that ibadah. Because the ibadah and the worship that has been defined by ulama, Dirayat Ul Qudsi, من غاية الحب لله عز وجل في متابعة دينه. غاية الظلم من غاية الحب لله عز وجل في متابعة النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم. 4 contents. How many? 4 contents. Number 1, utmost humiliation or humbleness in front of Allah. غاية الظلم. Until what it means? You are standing like this, putting your hands here or here. If somebody is putting here, that is sunnah. If somebody is putting here, that is sunnah. But based upon the tahqiq of his imam, because he is not a man of that caliber to decide on the floor. You know what I'm saying? He must have a source that just from you got it. You know what I'm saying? So, one of our teachers from Jamia, he was telling us a story. Because if you will go to Arab world, so you will find here the followers of almost every imam in one city. There are some people they are following Imam Abu Hanifa, some others they are following Imam Ibn Hanbal, or Imam Shafi, or Imam Malik rahimahullah. So he said that one Hanafi, he was praying. And in the Hanafi, we are putting our hands here. So there was one follower of Imam Shafi, but a foolish guy. Yes. So he was thinking that this is wrong. So he came here and he said that, brother, your prayer is wrong. Put it here. So he put it here. And then in Africa, most of the people, they follow Imam Malik rahmatullah. So he said that another Maliki was sitting here, he was also the same nature. So he came and he said, these both are wrong. Just leave it hanging. Yes, now the guy, he said that, what is going on? They are playing games with my prayer. I am worshipping him, they are playing games. So, not hanging, he put his hands here. And he said, Alhamdulillah, Rabbil Alamin, Ar-Rahman, Ar-Rahim, Nobody came to said anything. When he finished his prayer, he came to these three people. He said that I know everything. That this was the practice of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam sometime. This was the practice of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam sometime. This was the practice of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam sometime. When I was practicing the practice of Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, you were not leaving me alone. When I invented my own, so you got satisfied and you were saying, you neither bothered me. So my dear respected brothers and sisters in Islam, إِنَّمَا الْأَعْمَالُ بِالنِّيَّاتِ. So now the three Imams, rahimahumullah, they say, the correction or the validity of every action is based upon intention. But Imam Abu Hanifa rahmatullahi alayhi says, no, these differs from these. So he says, أفعال معنوية in أفعال حسية. أفعال حسية is physical deeds, like as I gave you the example, your body was washed. He said, for its validity, the intention is not needed. If you make your wudu only to cool down your temperature, but you wash your organs in the same way a Muslim is washing for prayer. The wudu way, but your intention was not that of wudu, but you were feeling some temperature, so that's why you did that practice. So now according to three Imams, he cannot pray a prayer with because there was no intention of wudu. And Abu Hanifa, practically the wudu is done. So when that is done, he can pray with yes. The only difference is that if you will make intention for wudu, so you will be getting a reward. If without intention the wudu is done, prayer will be valid based upon that wudu, but for wudu you are not getting any reward. Because the reward is based upon intention. You are getting it or not? And Imam Abu Hanifa he is referring to a riwayah of Sayyidina Abu Hurairah radiyallahu ta'ala. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam was asked by his Sahaba, وَكَيْفَ تَعْرِفُ أُمَّتَكَ يَوْمَ الْقِيَامَةِ مِنْ بَيْنِ سَائِرِ الْأُمَمِ يَا رَسُولَ اللَّهِ. How many people will be there standing in front of Allah on the day of judgment for their accountability? Do you know the number? Anybody who knows the number? Trillions and zillions of people. We don't know for how long this world will be going on and all the humans. There will be Muslim and there will be Kafir, there will be Mushrik and there will be Wahid, there will be good and there will be bad. So trillions and zillions of humans will be standing in front of Allah for their accountability. So Sahaba asked the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Ya Rasulullah, how you will recognize and know your ummah amongst all these people? So Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, غر محجلون من آثار الوضوء. Look at my pronunciation. هم غر محجلون من آثار. No, not wudu, not W-U. Wudu W-A. من آثار الوضوء. Because wudu W-U. That is the action you are doing. And wudu is that water which is used for your wudu. And that is the preferred riwayah. وَقُرُّ مُحَجَّلُونَ مِنْ آثَارِ الْوُضُوءِ. They will be shining like the full moon, their organs, because of the water of wudu. The water of wudu. Now look at me. For wudu, do you know the wudu, the arba'a and the limit of face? Because washing face, that is farz. Washing your hands, that is farz. Touching your head, farz. Washing your feet. And all others are either sunan or mustahabbat. There is no wajib in wudu. Wajib is not there in wudu. There are three things only. Farz, sunnah or mustahab. Got it? So, fourth farz according to Abu Hanifa. Because of the ayah of Surah Al-Ma'idah. يا أيها الذين آمنوا إذا قمتم إلى الصلاة فاغسلوا وجوهكم وأيديكم إلى المرافق وامسحوا برؤوسكم وأرجلكم إلى الكعبين. That all you who believe, when you are going for prayer, to start your prayer, enter into your prayer, so wash your face. وَأَيْدِيَكُمْ إِلَى الْمَرَافِقِ, and wash your hands up to your elbows. وَامْسَحُوا بِرُؤُوسِكُمْ, and touch with wet hand your head. وَأَرْجُلَكُمْ إِلَى الْكَعْبَيْنِ, and wash your feet up to your ankles. Now this is another thing. The elbows are included or not included? The ankles are included, don't jump. This is not that easy a job. Imam Zufar ibn Hussayn rahmatullahi alayhi, great faqih, and the elder student of Imam Abu Hanifa, he said that elbows are not included. And the ankles are not included. He said that Ilah, he called it Bayan. He said that Bayan is outside of the yard. And why he said it? Because Allah says, Summa atim siyama. Here he said, Ilal Marath. Here he said, Ilal Kalam. There regarding fasting, Allah says, Ilal Layl. Let them complete your fasting Ilal Layl, tonight. What? Tonight. What? Say, tonight. Yeah. So night is included in fasting. Say, you fast at night time also. The moment the night starts, in Hadith Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam says, إِذَا أَقْبَلَ اللَّيْلُ مِنْ هَاهُنَا وَأَدْبَرَ النَّهَارُ مِنْ هَاهُنَا فَقَدْ أَفْطَرَ الصَّائِمُ. That when you see the night appear here from the east, and you see the day is setting down into the west. So Rasulullah said every time after iftar, just go ahead and do your iftar. So it means the night is not included. So they say, Ilal Marafiq, Ilal Kalam. So Imam Zufar says, either you should kill that killer or this killer. And every Imam of Muslims say, Allah. None of them has ever said a single word from their mouth. Because they are not Shari, they are not Sharia giver. Sharia giver is only Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He gave the Sharia directly to whom? To Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Now look, the Parliament, what? The Parliament, the Congress and the Senate, they formulate and frame a law. Yes, they accept it with majority. Then they send it to the President for final sign. Yes, a law. Now that has become a law, an act. That's not what? Act. That has become an act. When with the signature of the President, it became an act. So now the attorneys who are here, you know the superior courts are not. You know the courts are not. The courts are here. Yes. So in courts, you know the attorneys are not. You don't know the attorneys? I have not seen such a city anywhere all over the world that where their courts are and the attorney is not there. How do you contest your case? So attorneys are sitting here. Now attorney is law giver or he is law interpreter? Loudly. He is law interpreter. Attorney is not giving law. Law has been given by the Parliament with you to sign of the President. That is an act. No, judge is not interpreting. Judge is making his mind through the interpretation of the attorneys. I am attorney, so that's why I know. Yeah. I can give you a tutorship if you can jump. Yeah? Tutorship without fee. So anyhow, my dear respected brothers and sisters in Islam, now these imams, they are not the law givers. They only interpret. And why only they interpret it? Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala presented those qualities which are required. Like if the attorney has been blessed by the law college for their interpretation, and that's why he's charging you for $10,000. And they said to everyone, every attorney is saying to his client that you win. Yes. If from the very beginning the attorney they said to his client that you will not win. Oh, lectures in Islam. إِنَّمَا الْأَعْمَالُ بِالنِّيَّاتِ, so I was referring to. That's mine and your case. At that time, Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam migrated from Makkah to Medina. So at that time, their hijrah was first. And that's why the Muhajirin Sahaba in Abyssinia, they were in good state there. Because of legacy. The Christian king there, he was a nice man by nature. And that's why he accepted Islam. That's why. He said that he said, so anyhow, that legacy, he was a nice king. That's why Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam salla ala ashama an-najjash. The Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam received the message that ashama, the legacy, the king of Abyssinia passed away. So the wording of hadith is sallallahu. So now sallami, he made dua. And sallami, he prayed salat al-janazah. Now three imams, they have taken salat al-janazah from this one wording. And Imam Abu Hanifa said that actually janazah is an ibadatul zaruriyah, where the dead body is present here, so you can pray the salat al-janazah. Otherwise, you have to make dua for someone who is not present. Once again, may Allah bless them. Say Ameen. May Allah bless all these imams. And one word, they were working on one word. That much long as we are working for $1 that much long. Because our priority is dollar and their priority was how to extend the deen of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. So my dear respected brothers and sisters in Islam, you are getting what I'm saying or not? Once again, you are not saying yes or no. Yes. So anyhow, at that time, Hijrah to Medina was first. And that's why those people who were living here in Abyssinia, for them Hijrah to Medina was all obstacles. And then they came and joined Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, and Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam was here in Peshawar. So they came all the way there from, and they went to Peshawar to join Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam there in the Bayan. Because their hijrah was first. So that's why no Muslim with free will, he stayed behind here in Makkah. But only those who were unable to move out of Makkah and join Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, so because of the they were sitting there. Otherwise, the moment they found the way out, so they were chained by their own family. And they came chained to Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam to Medina. Like Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, he was there in Hudaybiyah. And Suhail ibn Amr, the representative of the people of Makkah, who used to go for a dialogue and debate and table talk to Roman emperor and to Persian emperor. Who? Suhail ibn Amr. Suhail, because he was a good table talker. So the people of Makkah sent him to Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam to Hudaybiyah house. So he talked to the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. At the same time, his own son, who has fetters in his legs, chains in his hands. When father was not home, yes, so he said that this is the opportunity. So he broke his chains and came to Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Yet the treaty was not signed by Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam and by Suhail ibn Amr. Suhail ibn Amr later on he accepted Islam as well, but at that time he was a representative of the city in Makkah. So when Suhail ibn Amr saw his son, so there was one article in 6 articles of the agreement. How many articles were there in the effect of the agreement? 6. So one article was that you were absconder, if somebody came back from Medina and joined us, we will not give it back. And our absconder, if somebody ran out of Makkah and he is our wanted and we want him, you are bound to give it to us back. And that was the case when Sayyidina Umar he stood like this. And he said, no, we are not going to accept this condition. Either they will give us back our wanted. So then we will give their wanted. If they are not, we are not giving it. So Umar will say, So he started Astaghfirullah, la ilaha illallah, Astaghfirullah, because they were people of death. The moment they felt that what I did that was not looking good, even though that was his Seerat Imani when he jumped, then we will hand over their slaughter to them, they will not. So that was the requirement of his Seerat Imani. But in front of Rasulullah, sometimes a word is okay, but in front of elder to speak it out, they will not look good. Is it so not? Yes, you read another story. Imam Dawud, rahmatullahi alayhi, narrated a hadith. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam was sitting here in masjid. So he asked Sahaba, do you know such an evergreen tree that is green the whole year? Its leaves are not falling down. The animals cannot harm the tree. The bugs cannot harm the tree. The birds cannot harm the tree. And that tree that is giving such like fruits, which is the perfect nutrition for you. So now Sahaba, some of them say, the baking leaves are falling down in autumn. In fall, it is falling down. Here you got it fall, back home you got it autumn. Here in autumn, it is falling down. Number one. And the road, if it will come, yes, it will eat on the leaves of berry. Some others said, date tree. Some others said, date tree, date tree, date tree. Rasulullah says that that is date palm tree. What? Date palm tree, which is called Shajara Tayyiba. Alam taro ke فَضَرَبَنَّهُ مَثَلًا كَلِمَةً طَيِّبَةً وَشَجَرَةٍ طَيِّبَةٍ أَصْلُهَا ثَابِتٌ وَفَرْعُهَا فِي السَّمَاءِ. That is very far. Going too up, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala called it Shajara Tayyiba. And that is Shajara Tayyiba. Now, the majlis finished. Ibn Umar was a young man. Abdullah Umar, he was a young man. So, when they came there, he said to his father, Baba, he said, Umar. He said, yes. He said, yes. He said, when Rasulullah asked this question, Allah put in my mind that there is great boundary. So Sayyidina Umar said, son, why you didn't say it? If you would have said it, and you would have passed that examination, that is much more precious in my eyes than dunya or akhirah. The whole world, that my son, he answered Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam correctly and properly. Yes, but what Abdullah ibn Umar said? He said, Baba, you were sitting, Sayyidina Abu Bakr was sitting, elders were sitting. Because of respect, I did not open my mouth. Just keep in mind that and in the youth. Then you, yes, our son, they are telling you, Baba, you are an old time guy, time born, outdated. That you don't know. Why? Because you were trained with Baba. No, what is defining us? That is because of our leg up. And so many scholars, they have written books on Islamic political system. And a famous one, his name is Allah Abu Hasan Habib al-Mawardi, rahmatullahi alayhi. He is like Allah ibn Khaldun, considered an imam of sociology. So that imam of sociology, when he is talking about Khilafat, that how will be the voting system, how the Khalifa will be elected, what will be the qualities of the Khalifa, and the person who will vote in favor of Khalifa, what should be his qualities. And then another chapter, and that is Al-Wazara. Here they call them secretaries, there we call them ministers. And they call them what? Minister of Treasury, Minister of this and that. Here they get Secretary of Education or Secretary of Treasury or Secretary of this and that. So my dear respected brothers and sisters in Islam, Allah he has mentioned here one wazarat, and that wazarat are Ministry of Islam, Wazarat al-Talim. Wazarat al-Talim, Ministry of Education. But he has not titled it as Wazarat al-Talim. He titled it as Wazarat al-Tarbiyat al-Talim. What? Wazarat al-Tarbiyat al-Talim. Before Talim, you have to give the student the Tarbiyah. How much Tarbiyah is given in. And I'm sorry to say, I'm not talking about the public schools or the private schools where the Asli education is taking place. Even in madrasas, we are not giving any Tarbiyah. The students are coming, we are teaching them the book, and Allah has it. That is just like feeding a computer. So if you get computer, it will give you information. But if you are asking the computer to treat like a human, he will not treat like a human. So same in our case, ये क्लास तर्बिया इसको इल्म सादी बाबा से ये बे अदबरा इल्म फन आमोख्तन दादनी दे बस that if you are giving education to someone who does not have tarbiyah, so that is just like giving AK-47 gun to a neuter or to a guy. So if you will give a neuter AK-47, what he will do? For $5 he will give you. So he said such like education without tarbiyah, just like a weapon given into the hands of a neuter. So my dear respected brothers and sisters in Islam, I don't want to prolong that much, but anyhow, that one hadith, Innamal a'malu binniyat. So at that time, Hijrah to Medina was first. There was one man, he was little bit hesitating yet because leaving your own country or your own town and going somewhere else, that also needs a courage. That otherwise, if you are hesitating, you cannot go anywhere. What I will do here, where I will stay, where I will spend the night, what I will eat here, and what I will drink, I don't know anybody here. So many observations. So there was one man, he was having these type of observations. But at the same time, he had proposed a lady for marriage. So now the lady, she was a nice woman. She said, yes, I accept your proposal, but with a condition. He said, tell me, how much you want? He said, that is not how much. Migration to Medina. What? Hijrah to Medina. So now, as you know, that is love. They said, okay, I migrate to Medina. So he migrated to Medina to marry that lady, and that's why Hadith one sentence says, oh, if somebody will migrate for a woman to marry her, so most probably Allah will give him that lady as well. So that is in connection to that story. So now Sahaba said, they do not mention the name of that Sahabi because he is Sahabi. If we think bad about the Sahabi, we are putting our Iman on stake. Because they are the people, اختارهم الله لصحبة النبي. Abdullah ibn Mas'ud, radiyallahu ta'ala, said, Sahaba, they were brought to the Prophet by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Otherwise, Abu Lahab would have been his Sahabi. Abu Jahl would have been his Sahabi. But Allah didn't bring that. But Allah brought Bilal and Ammar from Abyssinia. Sahib from Rome, the slave, and they became our leader and our elders. How great a leader? When Bilal and Ammar, the gatekeepers, the African, when they were coming to Masjid, and who was Khalifa? Sayyidina Umar ibn Khattab. When you hear the name of Umar ibn Khattab, so what you feel? The strength, the power, the bravery, the courage. And how much bravery, how much strength, how much power, how much courage. The Roman Emperor, he sent his ambassador in connection to some issue to say Allah. He came, he was asking people that where I can reach the Amirul Mu'minin. So they told him that any time in the time of prayer he is in masjid. Openly he is meeting people and people are meeting him. He said, but I am in hurry, and this is a long day until Salat al-Zuhr. I want to meet him as soon as possible. So they said that now we saw him. He was walking on this street, maybe in connection to some problem he was going here. So he said, with protocol, he said, what do you mean protocol? He said, like the motorcycle and by the car and front and rentals and this and that. He said, we don't use like that. He was alone, he was going somewhere. He said, that, can you drive me there? He said that yesterday somebody asked him for submission. So when you will go, so the left side path you will take, you will see him somewhere. When he went that path, he saw he was laying on the open ground and dirt, having a stone under his head, and he was he went there, high by whatever his meeting was. He did it. He said, Umar ibn Khattab, he said this. Umar ibn Khattab, he said, that's why our emperor is sitting here in Rome, and when you are there in Vincent, so he starts shivering. Because you don't have any fear of anybody else. You have the fear of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And Rasulullah sallallahu said in the hadith, La yaktana khawfani fi qalbi al-mu'min, in the heart of mu'min, two fears will never get together. This heart is only one part, it will accommodate only one fear. Either the fear of creature or the fear of the creation. So if someone has the fear of, now look, poverty, that is creator or that is creature? Creature. If somebody is afraid of poverty, so it means he does not have the fear of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He does not have the fear of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and Allah huwa razaqu bil Madin. That he is Razaq and he is the provider. Otherwise, two fears, how they get together in the heart of a moment? So anyhow, to make the long story short, Sahaba they are not mentioning the name of their Sahabi who migrated to Medina in connection to that. The lady name was Muqais. Lady name was Muqais. So Sahaba, Sayyidina Abu Hurairah says that in our society is a joke. In life mode, we used to call them that we are the Muhajirin of Nadani, the Muhajir of Muqais. So now in connection to me and him, he is the Muhajir of Dhara and the Muhajir of my wife. Wa akhiru da'wana alhamdulillah rabbil alamin, alhamdulillah rabbil alamin. Wa salatu wa salam ala rasulina Muhammadin wa alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Allahumma rabbana ahsin aqibatana fil umuri kulliha wa ajirna min fitnati dunya wa adhabil akhirah. Rabbana inna wa la tuhinna wa athirna wa la tusir alayna. Allahumma rabbana ihdina wa ihdina wa janna ulatan nahdi. دعاء إلى سبيلك وقوات الدين. اللهم ربنا اجعلنا من الراشدين الذين يستمعون القول فيتبعون أحسنه. والله subhanahu wa ta'ala, the brother and sister, they got together here in this masjid in connection to listen to the deen of Allah and the Quran and Sunnah. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept their sitting, accept their listening as well. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant them their needs and remove their mashakil and their difficulty. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us tawfiq to perform our duty as Muslims in the proper way and to practice accordingly the light of Quran and Sunnah. Wa sallallahu ta'ala ala khayril khalqi Muhammad wa alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in.
Thank you for everyone to come with this short time. Just remember, November 19 we have the annual fundraising program inshallah right here in the and inshallah translation will be 8:05 inshallah today. 8:05 and after that we have a dinner inshallah. So whoever has to good, it's not just to
खालसा मेरा भाई Sabir? Yeah.